Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Cash Crafting Crew, your favorite finance YouTube channel. Today, how Brics can destroy dollar. Could a new Brics currency spell the end of the dollar's dominance? That's the provocative question we're asking today. As the Brics nations of Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa grapple with the idea of creating their own currency, we are left to wonder, what might this mean for the future of the dollar, the long-standing giant of the global economy? Could this be the beginning of a seismic shift in the world of international finance? Indeed, it's a question that sends ripples through the minds of economists and policymakers alike. So let's delve into the world of international finance and explore this intriguing possibility. The new development bank formed by the Brics Economic Coalition aims to reduce dollar-denominated lending. This might seem like a modest ambition, but it's a move that could send shockwaves through the global financial system. The Brics Bank, created as an alternative to Western-led financial institutions, is planning to shift its lending focus. Instead of leaning on the dollar, the bank plans to increase the use of currencies from its member nations: Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa. The bank has set its sights on lending between $8 and $10 billion this year. But the goal is not just about the volume. The bank wants to see local currencies accounting for 30% of its lending. Why this shift, you ask? It's all about independence and resilience. By using local currencies, Brics member countries can sidestep the risks associated with exchange rate fluctuations and U.S. monetary policy. It's a move towards self-reliance, a way of cushioning these economies from external shocks. But it's not without its challenges. The bank's dependence on the dollar has already led to some financial trouble with a credit downgrade last year. This decision to de-dollarize is not just about ambition, it's a necessity. The bank needs to diversify its lending to ensure its stability and longevity. Already we're seeing the first steps towards this goal. The bank has issued a South African rand bond and has plans to issue an Indian rupee bond. These are tangible actions that demonstrate the bank's commitment to its new direction. But what does this mean for the dollar? Well, the move away from dollar-denominated lending by such a significant player could impact the dollar's dominance. As the Brics Bank increases its use of local currencies, the dollar could see its influence wane. However, this is not just about the dollar. It's about the broader implications for the global economy. If the Brics Bank can successfully transition away from the dollar, it could encourage other institutions to follow suit. This could lead to a more diversified and resilient global financial system. The Brics Bank's move away from the dollar could have significant implications for the future of the global economy. It's a shift that we should all be watching closely. The recent Brics Summit ended without the creation of a new currency, despite differing opinions among the Brics nations. This event marked a significant moment in the discourse of de-dollarization, with each member nation voicing their perspective on the matter. Brazil's President Luiz Inácio Lula da Silva expressed support for a currency specifically for trade and investment transactions within the Brics bloc. He saw potential in a currency that could provide a new avenue for financial interactions, free from the influence of the US dollar. Meanwhile, Russian President Vladimir Putin declared that de-dollarization within the Brics bloc is not just probable, but irreversible and rapidly progressing. His statement underscores Russia's commitment to reducing their reliance on the US dollar and exploring alternatives. Indian officials too echoed the sentiment of trading in non-dollar currencies. However, they acknowledged the complexity of overturning long-standing payment arrangements, a nod to the deeply entrenched global financial systems that have been built around the US dollar. China, on the other hand, remained relatively silent on the topic of a common Brics currency. Instead, they championed the reform of the international financial and monetary system. This suggests a more holistic approach, tackling systemic issues rather than focusing solely on the creation of a new currency. South Africa's stance leaned towards favoring trade in local currencies within the bloc. Their approach seems to endorse the strengthening of individual economies rather than establishing a collective Brics currency. This diversity of opinions paints a complex picture of the future of the dollar and the potential creation of a new Brics currency. While there's a shared understanding of the need to reduce reliance on the US dollar, the method of achieving this goal remains a point of contention. The future of a potential BRICS currency remains uncertain, with differing views among the BRICS nations. As the discourse continues to evolve, the world watches with bated breath to see how this ambitious endeavor shapes the global financial landscape. A BRICS alternative to the dollar could pose a significant threat to the dollar's dominance, according to former White House advisor Joseph Sullivan. Indeed, the idea of a currency issued by the BRICS nations, Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa, is not merely a flight of fancy. Consider this: if these 5 nations launched a joint currency, their collective economic weight would surpass that of the United States and even the entire Group of 7 in terms of gross domestic product. The discourse about de-dollarization has been growing louder. Sanctions against Russia and efforts to bolster other currencies, such as the Chinese yuan, have added fuel to this discussion. The introduction of a BRICS currency could be a game-changer in this scenario. Unlike existing alternatives, a BRICS currency would not be confined to bilateral deals. It could achieve a level of self-sufficiency in international trade, making it a viable contender against the dollar. Moreover, the appeal of a BRICS currency would not be limited to the member nations. Non-member countries, enticed by the economic magnitude of the BRICS nations, could also be prompted to use this new currency. The ripple effect of this could be substantial, potentially weakening the dollar's status as a reserve currency. Households and companies around the globe could be induced to buy assets in the new BRICS currency, a move that could slowly chip away at the dollar's dominance. However, it's important to temper these projections with a dose of reality. The dollar has been the world's dominant currency for more than half a century. Its influence is deeply entrenched in global trade and finance. Thus, even if a BRICS currency were to emerge, the dollar's reign is not likely to end overnight. That being said, the introduction of a BRICS currency could indeed herald the dawn of a new multipolar economic regime. This could gradually erode the dollar's dominance, shaking up the global economic order. While the dollar's reign is not likely to end overnight, a BRICS currency could shake up the global economic order. The future of the dollar in the face of a potential BRICS currency is a topic of intense debate among economists and policymakers. As we consider the possible scenarios, it's clear that the world is standing at a financial crossroads. Some experts believe that a BRICS currency could pose a significant threat to the dollar's dominance. This group of nations collectively outweighs the United States and the entire G7 in terms of GDP. The discourse about de-dollarization has been growing, particularly due to sanctions against Russia and efforts to bolster other currencies, such as the Chinese yuan. A BRICS currency would have advantages over existing alternatives, as it would not be limited to bilateral deals and could achieve a level of self-sufficiency in international trade. Non-member countries would also have an incentive to use a BRICS currency due to the economic size of each member. However, there are others who argue that the dollar's reign is not likely to end overnight. A BRICS currency could contribute to a multipolar regime and slowly erode the dollar's dominance, but the process would be gradual. The dollar has been the world's leading reserve currency for decades, and it won't be easy to dislodge it from that position. Still, others point to the political differences among the BRICS nations as a possible stumbling block to the creation of a common currency. The recent BRICS summit ended with no new currency, and all 5 members issuing differing and contradictory commentary on de-dollarization. Regardless of the outcome, the potential creation of a BRICS currency is a significant development that could have far-reaching implications for the global economy. It's a topic that we'll no doubt continue to watch closely in the coming years. The potential creation of a BRICS currency raises important questions about the future of the dollar and the global economic order. As we've seen, the potential creation of a BRICS currency could have significant implications for the future of the dollar. We've delved into the BRICS banks' ambitious plans to de-dollarize debt, increasing local currency lending and offering a new economic perspective. We've also examined the varied viewpoints within the BRICS coalition about the creation of a shared currency, a concept that has sparked both support and skepticism. We've looked at how a BRICS currency could pose a genuine threat to the dollar's long-standing dominance, potentially initiating a shift in the global financial landscape. While the future of the dollar remains uncertain, the potential creation of a BRICS currency is a topic that warrants close attention in the coming years. We hope you liked the video. If so, it would help us a lot if you left us a comment, since the YouTube neural network values this very much and thus recommends our videos to more people. Give it a like and activate the bell so that you receive a notification when we upload our next video. So see you in soon. Greetings.